Let's look at America's team. Yes, Micah Parsons is still unsigned, meaning he has not yet agreed to a contract extension with the Cowboys, while folks have criticized Cowboys owner Jerry Jones for taking too long to pay his stars. His son and executive VP of the team, Stephen Jones, went on 105.3 The Fan and spoke on the situation. Listen up, gentlemen.
We don't drag deals out. We do deals when there's an opportunity to do a deal. And certainly no one knows what goes on internally with a particular negotiation. But, sometimes agents and players aren't ready to pull the trigger till they see other cards play. Mm-hmm. And what we're not going to do is go out and, do something that's not responsible in terms of, just in the name of getting a deal done 1 month earlier. Go do it and pay the guy another $5 million of your cap space, and especially when you're dealing, in our particular case, internally with guys that are homegrown here, and we feel like they want to be here. I always felt like Dak wanted to be here. I always felt like CD wanted to be here.
Okay, Stephen A., a lot to unpack on that one. Are you buying Stephen Jones' comments?
I wouldn't buy a used car from Stephen Jones at this particular moment in time. I mean, it's ridiculous. It really, really is. The words that are coming out of his mouth. We're not going to be irresponsible. And you bring up $5 million. Well, Louis Riddick, you're right here. You're the renowned expert on the NFL in terms of this panel on this particular moment. And Doggy ain't too shabby doing sports talk radio for the last 40 years. How many times have we seen Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, the hierarchy of the Dallas Cowboys, the decision makers, make one decision after another in terms of their procrastination that cost them tens of millions of dollars? We've seen that. We've talked about it. We've lamented it. We lamented it last year, involving CD Lamb. We lamented it the year before that involving Dak Prescott. This is what we've had to deal with looking at the Dallas Cowboys historically. I can go back 30 plus years where they delayed paying Emmitt Smith and started out the season 0-2. Y'all both remember that. They had won the Super Bowl. They were destined to try and repeat. He didn't want to pay Emmitt Smith $13 million. They lost games 1 and 2 to start off the season. And then Jimmy Johnson, then the coach, came at the press conference. And for the first time, everybody in the football world had seen him speechless. He literally went like this. And then walked off because he was so frustrated that Emmitt Smith wasn't in camp. And I bring that up because I've said this, Doggy and Lewis, on several occasions on this show over the years. In all my years of watching a press conference for a contract signing, I have never seen anybody more ticked off than Emmitt Smith looked. Go back 30 plus years, like 33, 34 years. Go back and look at that press conference where Jerry Jones was sitting right next to Emmitt Smith, and he had a new contract, and he looked furious. Why? Because he said, why am I waiting? We won the chip. We've got the roster in place. Here we go. And he did it then after capturing a Super Bowl championship. So knowing that that is your daddy's MO, that it is something that he has done religiously, you're going to sit up there as the COO, knowing your dad's history spanning decades, how he religiously does this, and you're going to try to point the finger at Micah Parsons, who has stated emphatically and repeatedly he wants to be a Cowboy, wanted to sign early, was willing to take less at that particular moment in time, and you still refuse to do it. But now it's his fault and his agent, and he's holding it up. It's nonsense. Stephen Jones is lying. It's him. It's his daddy. It's the Cowboys. This ain't on Micah Parsons.